Part of my work as a scholar warrior has had to do with reinventing language. A few of the terms that I invented include Afrohumanism, which is a system of thought that attaches great significance to the capacity to acknowledge the humanity of another person in relation to oneself. You can think of that in terms of Ubuntu, right? But it's also with the understanding that the overall good of the living and ancestral communities must be included when we define who we are as human beings. It considers the presence of the divine and the spiritual forces that are in the world with us, that they are part of the dynamics and what shapes social space and contributes to human consciousness. Afro-mnemonics is another term. It's a neuroplastic exercise that pushes memory past its known frontiers. It's manifest both ritualistically and in secular ways. It is a very deliberate attempt to make known, to evoke and invoke the experiences of the ancestral past. It's a counter to another term I created or borrowed, which is to désonner. Désonner is a ritual process of undoing memory, of removing the residue of life. And these terms had to be invented because of what I saw as I did my research. I saw how the attempt to erase our memories as African persons was one of the most critical things and, most dangerous crimes of the crime against humanity, which was enslavement and colonization. Voodoo is important because voodoo is about memory. It names places, it names people, it reconveys experiences that we had in real time. It doesn't allow us to forget who we are because there were rituals of domination, spaces of forgetting. There is a cartography of forgetting where Africans were made to participate in rituals. And I don't know, maybe some of them were intended as acts of compassion, but mostly they were about effacing who we are, eliminating our sense of self. I want all of you to think about words and constructs and ideas that have never been articulated before. Because this too is a part of the process of resistance. This too is how each of you is in Agoje. Each of you is a scholar warrior. Each of you becomes a priest because you help us to heal. Each of you becomes an artist because you're engaged in creativity. Each of you is a philosopher because you've done the deep thinking around everything that concerns us in life. And each of you is a diplomat because we learn how to convey those ideas to our fellow brothers and sisters without ramming it down their throats. We redefine how we do things. We redefine how we engage and participate and receive people Lakay when they're home with us. And this is how we create a home where we can all live in peace and in harmony.